Beers and Brews! Beers and Brews! Have some coffee!
Morning. Welcome to Beards and Brews, guys. Hope everybody's doing all right today. Hope everybody had a good Halloween. Halloween here where I'm at is kind of non-existent. We've been in this house now for close to 14 years, and we have never had one trick-or-treater. So the wife and I just tried to chill out and watch a horror movie, and that didn't work out because the one we picked absolutely sucked, and we turned it off within about 35 minutes. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Delmer, my man, Dark Elf Assassin, what's up? Thad, good to see you. What's everybody doing today, man? Anybody got any just chill out Saturday plans or what? I think I'm going to rearrange my office and try to get all my beard shit and cap stuff together and, get that to where it doesn't look like a train wreck. Baker, what's up, brother? Real quick, wanted to go over a couple of beard products with you. First off, what I'm wearing today, this came in yesterday and it's absolutely a fantastic scent. This is Mikey's Beard Company, The Butcher, based on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So extra points for coolness. This one is chainsaw dust, chainsaw smoke, dirt, sandalwood cologne, and tobacco bay leaf. Let me tell you, this is a strong, stout, dark little number that is really, really nice. What do we got? Delmer just chilling today. Wife's working for a few hours, then I'm sure she'll have something she wants me to do. Dark Elf Assassin, that's the way it always is. Couple other beard products I wanted to point out. Bones, Beard, and Body right now, I do believe, is having a sale on their fall stuff. I believe it's 31% off, but I've got two collaborations with Bones, Beard, and Body that I think everybody should check out. First is Hell Dorado. Hell Dorado is charred bourbon barrels, blackberry brandy, sagebrush, smoky oud, and smooth leather. And then Necromancer. Necromancer is black fig, black teakwood, white sage, dried leaves, and dark patchouli. Absolutely fantastic. Jimmy nailed what I was going for on these, and I believe no codes needed right now, 31% off. And then the other one, Southern Beard Company, warm apple pie. Let me tell you something. If you like apples and you like spicy, this is going to be for you. This is absolutely like a slice of warm apple pie in a bottle. Absolutely fantastic. Delmer, you went with Rogaroo. I haven't tried that one yet. I'm really wanting that one. I originally, months ago, was going to order the soap, and I just didn't. I ordered something else. I think I ordered necromancy instead. And now I'm kind of wishing I had ordered Rogaroo, and I'm looking forward to trying that oil of that. And then uh, Dead Marsh Hollow. Uh, this one from Flaming Beard, absolutely a beautiful fall scent. It's earthy, it's sweet, it's got a little candy to it. Uh, Absolutely phenomenal. Candy citrus and creepy swamp. Gotta love it. Randy R, what's up, brother? Uh, I gotta tell you, I was kind of taken aback this morning when I got up, and I get up early every morning. I'm usually up no later than 4:30 or 5 a.m. And I walked outside, man, and it was cold as shit. Right now it's only 38 degrees, and I'm old, so my skin is thin. Uh, I have a feeling that this winter, for my part of the country here in Georgia, is going to be a little harsher than normal. So, yeah, looking forward to that. What else we got here? Let's see. Um, yeah, the movie my wife and I tried to watch last night, the remake of Nosferatu. And let me tell you, uh, fucking boring. I mean, just terrible. We got 35 minutes in and we were looking at each other like, really? Come on. Movie absolutely was just not doing it for us. So we swapped over to something else. But my God, man, I had high hopes for that one because I'm a big fan of the original classic 1922 silent film. And I'm actually a fan of the remake that was made, I believe, in 1978 with Klaus Kinski. But this one, good Lord, absolutely horrible. All right, we got 8 people in here and nobody's saying a word. What's going on, guys? Oh, and I did go over to the dark side. I am drinking some Black Rifle coffee, but it is pumpkin spice. Um, the thing about this Black Rifle pumpkin spice is it's not sweet at all, which I like. I like my coffee, unsweetened. So this absolutely is working for me. Delmer, you wasn't a big fan of the new one either. Yeah, dude, I just couldn't, man. I just couldn't. Now, Baker, let me tell you something. The pumpkin in this is not it's it's not what you would think. This is actually a nice stout kind of medium roast. Absolutely fantastic. Of course, I don't use any sugar. I just use a little bit of creamer. Marcus, good morning, brother. Hope you're feeling a little better lately. Uh, Stuck with my normal movies, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Reject. Delmer, you really can't go wrong with those two. Um, I like Devil's Rejects better than I like House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm one of the uh, few people who believe that House of a Thousand Corpses is just a little bit overrated. Um, Baker, I understand it, man. A lot of people can't do pumpkin, man. Uh, you know, I can't do the really sweet, you know, basic bitch pumpkin spice, lattes and shit. But I can go for a nice little darker note. Uh, let's see. Dark Elf. Let me tell you something. Rob Zombie's a good director. I do like him as a director. But I'm going to tell you, man, uh, he's had some clunkers. Lords of Salem, absolute trash. Uh, what was it, 31? I wasn't a fan of that one. But, Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, the new Munsters. Sean says the new Munsters is actually really good. Yeah, some of his recent movies weren't that great. Yeah. And that's the problem is, somebody puts out a couple of really good ones and then they put out some clunkers and people, are in one of two categories. They love the originals, the original two good ones so much that they will praise anything that he does, or they're like, he had an, beginner's luck with the first two. So, really couldn't win. Delmer don't pumpkin spice either. Well, I don't pumpkin spice. This is, and I'm not gonna sit here and defend it. Um, but I will say it is it's one of those darker, uh, just kind of a back note. It's almost like a fresh pumpkin underneath. You do get a little bit of the smokiness, but uh, for the most part, it's pretty damn good. I like that Black Rifle coffee, and they had it on sale. So uh, let's see. Yeah, Baker, I need to see the Munsters too. Sean says it's a good show, good movie. I need to see that as well. It's just trying to find the time, man. Uh, I've had a bit of an ear infection the last few days, and I've just been kind of bleh, haven't really wanted to watch much. Now I did watch a pretty cool documentary about this couple in England where they found a bunch of bodies under their paved back garden walkway. That was interesting. um, there's I'm a documentary guy, and uh, if there's a good documentary, I'm going to watch that over anything. Honestly, um, I it's going to sound stupid, but I have this kind of thirst for historical knowledge, and of course, I love everything from World War II documentaries all the way to cryptids and Bigfoot and shit. A lot of paranormal stuff that I watch. So, what everybody do for Halloween other than not much? Delmer true crime documentaries. I like some of them. Uh, you know, I like the more historical ones, like you know Jack the Ripper and Casey and stuff like that. But yeah, true crime documentaries are cool. And Baker, you love documentaries? Hell yeah. All the good ones do. Uh I've seen some documentaries on some of the smaller streaming platforms that are actually fan freaking tastic. Um, the uh, you've got like A&E and all this, and like the big ones that I don't feel that their documentaries are as in depth as they could be, but like I watched some on Tubi that are just amazing. Hellraiser series. Yeah, I mean, I'm torn on Hellraiser because I like the first one. As cheesy as the effects were, I like the first one, and the third one wasn't bad, but everything in between to me has kind of been bad. Went hard into Vietnam because of your father, Baker. Let me tell you something, man. My father, he didn't serve. Uh, because when the draft happened and everything, my dad had already had a family and everything, and they gave deferments to people who had kids. But I'm absolutely into watching Vietnam uh, documentaries, World War II. For some reason, and my wife gives me shit about this sometimes. I like documentaries about the Third Reich and Hitler, and not because I, agree with any of that shit, but because it is so fascinating to me how not only one man could be so evil, but also how one man could turn normal, everyday German citizens into monsters. It's insane to me. Uh, so that's interesting to me. Phil, Phil Gold, how you doing, bud? You know, uh, the the thing about war documentaries is you have to go into them knowing that, hey, you know, you're going to see some shit, and you know, especially if it's a real in-depth one. I watched a documentary series called World War II in color that was absolutely fantastic. Mr. Madigan,
What's going on, guys? What's happening, man?
Jack
How you
and
guys
Squat,
doing?
man, we're just chilling.
Nice.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. Sorry I got held up there. I was on the phone with all the stuff.
How's all that going?
Well, my dad's gonna be moved to a hospice house today, so that's where that's at. My buddy's at least getting out of the hospital, going somewhere a little comfortable. It's like a house, so I have a own bedroom and that kind of thing.
Right.
So how's
Well,
everybody this morning, man? Got Baker, got Delmer. What's going on, guys? Phil,
yep. You got
Marcus.
Marcus and uh, we're just right now talking about documentaries and war documentaries. Actually, uh, the me and Dummer were just talking about how we're into World War II documentaries.
Oh yeah. I
You know,
can't stay awake past 5 minutes on them, man. That's
they
it. That's instant.
well
I mean,
they
I love the history on it. I just can't follow along with them old ones on the documentaries. But
well it's like I was telling them. To me, the World War II ones, about like the Third Reich and Hitler and everything. It fascinates me because it amazes me how one person could be so evil and turn a whole bunch of other people evil, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I hear that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus says, good morning, Sean.
Morning, brother.
Yeah, I mean, Delmer history to me, depending on what it is, I'm all about it. You know, I'm not a big book reader because books don't hold my attention. Um, but you know, give me a good documentary and I'm all about it.
I used to, man. I used to watch, like read a lot more books, man, but I just haven't lately, man. I used to at nighttime, like before sleep, man, read a few chapters, something like that. I just haven't lately, man, for some reason. It's just been so busy, I guess, but it's been a while since I read a book, honestly. I
Well,
like short stories. I can read through them quicker than hell. Like, give me those, like, Stephen King short stories or Jonah Hill, John Hill, or Joe Hill, Jesus Christ, I can't even talk. Or some Edgar Allan Poe or something. I can, like, read that.
well, believe it or not, the last book I read was The Dirt from Motley Crue. And before that, I mean, honestly,
I didn't even know that was a book.
yeah,
I
I
saw the
could
right.
honestly, I could probably honestly count on one hand how many books that I've actually sat down to read, because I was interested in them.
Yeah.
Uh, they just never held my attention. I know people that go through 3 books a week reading shit, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? Because I can't.
No, I can't either, man. My ex used to be able to do that. I tell you what, though, one documentary I watched half of it, but then when I got back last night, uh, uh the I whatchamacall, I switched it over because I wanted to watch the second episode of It, Welcome to Derry. So, but that spooked Ghost of Waverly Sanatorium, free on Tubi, man. That is one hell of a documentary so far. Anybody likes to go shit, and there are a lot of
I
real life
actually
history.
have that one in the chamber for today.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna finish it today too, man. That's a really good so far, and really true. Kind of crazy how they buried like over 500 bodies underneath this place. You know what I mean? And then the series of where it got closed down, then came back, and then you know what I mean. It's
Right.
pretty interesting ass documentary, man. Um, yeah, pretty interesting on that. And it's all based off of true events. Well, I guess most documentaries are, but and it episode 2 was pretty decent. Not as much of a bang as the first one. Now it's
Right.
starting to bring in like the racial tensions and things like that from the '60s, and going into why the Air Force is a big prominent part of the show down
Right.
there in Derry. So it's getting interesting. See how it goes. But that won't be back out episode 3 till next Sunday. This one dropped early. It was a Halloween.
Delmer says Hulu has Delmer says Hulu's got good heavy metal documentaries, and they do, man. I watched a documentary about Randy Rhoads not too long ago that was really good.
That's cool.
And huh?
No, I said that's cool.
Yeah, and I also watched one about the San Francisco thrash scene back in the '80s. That was a good one.
Nice, nice. Yeah, they,
Uh,
they got some cool. I like reading a lot about a lot of those bands back in the heyday, man, the party time. Um, and then speaking of thrash scene, I shared yesterday that new video for Sonic Creeps, and I really dig them, man. They're like horror punk, but their new album coming out is more thrashy. It's more metal, and they
I
just
shared the new song myself.
what's that? You
I
saw it?
shared the new one myself.
Yeah, it's a good tune, man. And
Yeah,
Idle Hands, it's a tribute to Idle Hands, which I mean, if you love campy horror movies, man, and you know what I mean, that's a good one, man. Seth Green is fantastic. I miss Seth Green actually, man.
uh, I think he's okay. You know, For me, I have a problem when I know people uh are behind the scenes assholes and pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's 3/4 of what I watch.
Yeah,
You know what I
well, I'm just saying when I know somebody is not a good person,
mean?
it's hard for me to get into them as
Yeah,
an actor or musician.
yeah. Well, I haven't heard anything bad about him, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. But like, yeah, it's I was like that with Michael J. Fox, man. When I heard how much of a piece of shit he was to co for a while there, man, it really turned me off. I wasn't able to like really watch stuff, so I get it. But
Yeah,
now I've just realized that half of the people I watch, whether it be because of either either political shit or just because of how they are, just a-holes in general, it's like, man, I can't watch too many.
and 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 this is gonna might sound bad, but another thing I can't stand, I find it very hard to watch people that I know are Scientologists.
Oh, well, that don't bother me. Yeah,
Every time I see an actor that I know is a Scientologist, I just think cult member freak, you know. Um,
yeah,
and that's being honest.
yeah.
I mean, I cannot stand Tom Cruise.
All right.
I think he's one of the most overrated actors on the face of the planet.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but I mean, I like some of his stuff. The Risky Business. I like the Top Guns. I like some things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
what I'm
done.
getting pissed off about is the real rumors that it looks like it may really happen is that Jim Carrey may play Freddy Krueger in the next installment of Freddy Krueger, and I'm out. I'm out. I won't even attempt to even see that. I
That
can't.
just sounds completely idiotic to me.
It does. It really does. I hope that a lot of that's fan made, but it's really been picking up traction in a lot of other horror stuff circles and stuff. So uh, personally, I think it should be Kevin Bacon, but it is what it is.
Delmer says I don't watch Jeepers Creepers anymore because the director was a predator. Well,
Absolutely.
to be honest with you, okay, that's what's been said about Seth Green, and that's why I can't watch him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I yeah, I can't even comment on that because I've never heard anything bad about Seth Green. But the director from that was like arrested and like proven to be like,
Oh
you know,
yeah, I'm just saying that I have read way too much stuff. Uh, and I'm not going to go into details, but I've read way too much stuff about grooming and all this weird shit that I'm just like, eh.
yeah, I don't know, man. Well, wait till the list comes out. Every actor you like's going to be on that. Every actor from Tom Hanks to, but that's
Right?
another story. I don't even want to get into all that crap.
Well,
Morning, Marcus.
see, it's funny because we all have our actors and musicians and y- y- you know uh, public figures that we absolutely love, and I look back at the musicians and actors that I like, that they were all outcasts. you know they,
Yeah,
they were all considered weird, or like Ace Frehley. That dude was considered just off his rocker, but
right.
absolutely love him. uh,
Yeah.
you know
Well, he
uh
was my favorite member too, man.
dude, there's no comparison between Ace and the others, because Gene Simmons, uh
Well, I will
Paul.
tell you this though, because I've been following them a lot. But Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley's kid have a band, and they've been covering a lot of old like '60s and '70s songs, like that, just as they've been playing. But they're coming out with a lot of original stuff. Uh, I'd actually dig them. They're a completely different sound than Kiss or metal, but but pretty like not acapella, but like harmony, I guess you could say, or
Yeah,
whatever.
no,
But
look, there's no doubt that their kids are talented,
yeah,
and
yeah, I might look forward to that.
in my opinion, they're more talented than their parents.
Like Delmer said, we'll only be able to watch Keanu Reeves. Yeah, seriously, he's like the only one, you know. And he's another one for the longest time. I guess because of my age at the time it came out, but I couldn't see him in anything besides Ted for like 10 years. Like, then he started doing all these serious action movies, and I just couldn't see him like that. But now I mean, I love all those movies, but I'm just saying, John
The,
Wick was fantastic.
the
Speed,
very first movie I ever saw Keanu Reeves in was a movie called Parenthood,
yeah,
and with Steve Martin and uh, Mary Steenburgen, and great comedy film. And it, he was kind of, even in that, was kind of like the Ted type character. And
yeah,
so when I saw him actually kicking ass, I was like, interesting.
yeah. And he adapted well, man. He adapted well. He even came back to Bill and Ted's 3, and that was mostly just for Alex Winter, because
Yep.
Alex Winter was struggling and trying to help him out and make like a fun third part to it. And I dug it. I actually thought, I mean, it wasn't the same, but it was pretty cool.
Haven't seen it, but I heard it was not bad.
That's not bad. It's yeah,
Josh,
it's not like the other two, but it's good though. I mean, it was like their kids, and you know what I mean, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
well, I think the thing that made people go and take notice, really take notice of Keanu Reeves was Speed.
Oh yeah.
When he
Well,
did Speed, that's when people went, "Holy shit,
speed.
he can do action."
Yeah, Speed and Point Break is what really exploded him. Point Break was another one. You know.
Yeah, Point Break, man. I don't care what anybody says. I love that movie.
Oh yeah, that movie's great. The remake sucked, but that movie's great.
Oh, the remake was trash.
Yeah. Baker, I'm wearing it's the new Americana tartan from Mulligan Gear. Love this cap. I love his newer Americana line. I'm gonna actually do a review for it, but I want to shave my head first. But the colors on that are ridiculous, man.
Dude, the colors on that are fire.
Warm. I always oversize my caps. I hate getting this too snug. I like a cap a little loose, but not to the point where it's falling off. But I always go up because a lot of my caps come in a little bit anyway. So definitely a hell of a cap, man. Mulligan Gear job.
Well, the problem I find with when it comes to caps with me is I have such a small head that it's kind of in between. If I order a 56, it's either going to be really tight or just right. If I order a 57, it's going to be either just right or really loose.
Yeah.
And it's
I
a mess.
always go by the thing that I always size up, and then if it's too loose, I'll give it a little bit to see if it comes in, or steam it and see if it comes in a little bit. And if it don't, man, I'll just hot water it and bring it in. I'd rather take a bigger cap and hot water it in. It just has a different look to it. Because if I get a cap that's like, say, the next size down and then stretch it, it just doesn't look right on my head, man. Now, some people love doing it like that. I just, I don't know. Me personally, I'd do it the other way.
Well, I had a cap made, and I had to send it back. You know this, and he redid it. And when I got it back, unfortunately, now it's like a size 60. And it's like it would fly off in the wind, and that was disappointing. But
Well, throw that baby in some hot water, man. Throw it in hot water, wring it out, throw it in the dryer, man, to see if
I did.
that didn't help. Wow, I've never seen a cap that didn't shrink in.
Well, it's velvet.
Well, yeah. I don't go with that kind of shit.
Let's see.
I'm
Ordered
rocking.
the new Raven patchwork from Funky Brims. I haven't
Nice.
seen the Raven patchwork. Have you
Yeah.
seen that one, Sean?
No. No. I probably have, but it's not clicking. I've been seeing all the funky. I've been out of the loop because it's like I haven't really been shopping too much for caps lately, man. I do want the Nevermore from Swish. Starkowski is killing me with their new Gatsby's that are coming out. Like I want like all of them, and then I did order this one because I was like I couldn't pass up the colors and everything. Almost 90% of what I wear is always like the A panels, and I like some flat caps, but I like some of the flat caps from the companies that even have great A panels. They're flat cap. Like what I like about this is it's like if you did a side view, it's like I don't know, it's bigger. It's like a more
Bigger, but it also has a nice slope to it.
yeah. It's just constructed really well, and it's got that like old fashioned flat cap look to it, size wise. So
Now I gotta admit, see, I sold a couple of caps lately, and I ended up getting the Nevermore.
yeah, it looks nice, man. It looks nice.
I'm hoping that when it comes in, it's gonna fit right, and I'm sure it will. But uh, I just love the colors on that one.
Right. No, it definitely looks nice, man. Yeah. Oh, based off Edgar, I did see that post with the Edgar Allan Poe. You're right. Now, is that a Hales collab with them, or is that just Funky Brims?
I want to say that's a Hales collab. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh, Jay Summers, Swisher dropped the Nevermore.
Yeah.
Now,
And I saw the Peaky line from Boston Scally. I don't know. I guess I'd have to see how it looks on a head. Uh, I know a lot of people order it, so I'm curious to see when the pictures start floating up how it's looking on everybody. The Raven wasn't a collab. Okay.
yeah, I wasn't impressed with the Boston Scally one. Love you. Um, and for the box set, $100 for a cap with a box and a couple of pins and a little tiny flask, I'll pass.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it like that because I mean I'll buy a Hannah quicker than shit at $100. But you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but the Hannah's gonna last. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The new Peaky Blinders from Boston Scally, they've got a notification warning telling you not to wash it and not to throw it in the dryer because it's glued together.
Yeah, I heard somebody saying that yesterday. I didn't know if that was true or somebody, because one of the groups, and I try and keep it out of Scallywags. I ain't trying to go on another group, but it becomes like Fridays become BCS, like shit on BCS day. You know what I mean? And it's like, but the same guys go out and buy every single BCS, so and they complain about it every Friday or every
Right.
time they happen.
Well, what Marcus has said is that the peak is glued to the bill, and you can't return this cap.
Interesting.
I mean,
I was out on it, so I don't. I was out on it anyway, man. To me, it was just look like the same cap I have 5 of. It was just that gray kind of color, a panel newsboy. You know what I mean? So I just got so many of that style that I was like, do I need another one that's kind of exact? You know what I mean?
right. Well, I'll tell you.
I mean, people might love it when it comes in. I had no idea. Like, I just was out on it personally. But
Well, I'll tell you, the one cap that is in that kind of style that I absolutely love is the one Ryan sent us, the Enforcer.
yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, that is.
Man, that one's the best looking Peaky Blinders type cap that I've seen.
Yeah, that's a good one. One of the caps that's been on my bucket list is the Connery from Hannah, I got to get that, but that's all, you know what I mean? But that's
Dude, I went on the website to go buy that. I had the money at one point, and I was like, I'm getting the Connery, and they only have one size left, and it was like an extra large.
oh, really?
Yeah,
It should be
but
loaded up.
this was 8 months ago.
Yeah, it should be
So,
loaded now.
but that Connery's a good looking cat.
I also
Now,
saw today in a little bit of weird news, but I saw, had that voice pop through on that first Scream 7 trailer, and it's David Arquette is actually coming back, even though he died in part 5, and I'm kind of excited about that because I don't know what capacity they're going to bring him back, but he will be in Scream 7, and he confirmed that. So,
well, I heard Matthew Lillard was coming back too.
he's back. Yeah, Nev Campbell's back. It's like
Didn't
an
Matthew Lillard die?
yeah, he got stabbed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did he die though? Yeah, he got stabbed up.
Yeah, he got.
Like, I'm feeling here and all that. Like, yeah.
Well, I don't care. Matthew Lillard's the fucking man.
I'm getting, yeah, absolutely, man. Did you see him crash that Comic-Con the other day with or last week with what McCall was up there, the dude from was it Ice Nine Kills, the band or something? And
Yep.
bum rushed the stage and stuff. I thought that was awesome, man.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
And he's back with Five Nights, whatever that Freddy's movie, Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever that is, because I never seen it. But there's a part 2. I saw the trailer when I was coming for Black Phone 2. So, which comes to stream it next week, I believe, to digital, but to rent, it'll be that $20 rent.
Right.
But
Well,
I'm feeling all right, brother. Thanks for asking, man. I mean, I started yesterday and I had to wear the compression socks. I tell you, it kept the foot from swelling, but right around the ball of the ankle, there was still one spot that was just completely swollen. It was kind of weird. The rest of the foot was fine. That one spot was completely swollen. Now, I don't know if it takes compression socks like a couple days to start working all the way. So we'll see, because I'm going to try the farm out today. And I told him kind of sort of light duty farm, like just run some feed and plug some holes and stuff. But we'll see.
Hell yeah, man. I really think those compression socks will help.
Yeah, but do they help immediately, or is it like it takes a couple days?
Well, like I told you the other day, you'll probably notice a difference within 3-4 days tops.
Okay. Well, yesterday, even day one, I noticed a difference. Just in that one spot, had this one like hard, swollen spot. So hopefully, and if it doesn't, then when I have to go back, I got to get that leg, that vein in that leg ablazed or whatever it is.
Right.
So.
Well, like I said, whenever I fly, I have to wear compression socks.
Yeah. Well, I bought 2 pairs from Walmart yesterday, and a T-blade trimmer. so we'll get that rolling, man.
I mean, anytime you can buy the compression stuff or any type of medical type thing from Walmart or Target or something, it's a whole lot cheaper than buying it from the doctor's office.
Oh, dude, they charged me $35 to the doctor for 1 pair. I'm like, dang. But Walmart had them, I think, 2 pairs for $25 or something like that. So I ordered them from there.
Walker, how are you doing and how's the dog? Well, I'm okay. Like I said, I've got a little bit of an ear infection going on. The dog's he's doing okay. He's on insulin twice a day, and he's gotten a little perkier, but he is 17 years old. So, but I appreciate you asking.
And this may sound goofy, but I tell you what, last time I had an ear infection, I laughed at my mom when she said this, but she made me do it. And I held an onion to the damn ear and I pulled it off. An hour later, she made me hold it. The thing was black. And the next day I didn't have an ear infection. So.
I'll have to try that because right now they've got me on doxycycline.
Yeah. Well, I mean that'll help too, but I mean, yeah, but yeah, I was amazed. She cut that shit in half, put it in my hand. I held it like this for about an hour. I pulled that baby off, and it was like black.
Hey, my ex-wife, let me tell you something. She was into all sorts of that weird shit, and she would take slices of onions and put them in her sock and sleep like that. And
Yeah, to
she would
pull it.
say that it would draw all the toxins out.
Yeah, my mom actually told me to do that with my foot. She said put slice onions and put it in there. Well, onions draw infection. My mom, even if like they're sick or like say the flu's going around or colds, whatever, she'll actually take a bowl, put one in each room of chopped up onions, and she said it'll draw it out of the air. Whether or not, I don't know, but I know when I held it up
Get
to my
you an
ear,
onion, brother.
yeah, I know when I held it up to my ear, it worked. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
Try it
yeah.
on your foot.
Del- Yeah, Delmer, I wear compression socks. Took a couple days. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm hoping after another day or two, maybe it'll start alleviating it. Plus, I went to work yesterday with Hey Dudes on, which ain't the smartest thing either, but I did that just to give my foot a little room. But
Yeah, and Delmer says, Marcus, they do make arm compression sleeves. Yes, they do.
yeah, I think that you can actually get them in Walmart too. So,
Let's see. Marcus says he's been sending prayers up for your recovery as well.
thank you, brother. Thank you,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Oh, and you know what? And cheers to Robert Englund finally getting that star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, man. Hell yeah, dude. He deserved it. And shout out to John Carpenter, who was offered October 31st first, and he gave it to Robert Englund and took the backseat and getting his next month. I thought that was a cool little gesture on his part. And Heather
That
came
was
out.
straight up dude shit right there.
Yeah, and Heather Langenkamp came out and did this. You know, and for those that don't know, they've remained like really good, like almost best friends. Him and Heather Langenkamp. You know, Nancy from the first one,
Yep.
and that's another. You know what? That's one of one of my most underrated horror movies ever was Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I thought was fantastic when they all, when they were all in real life and their characters back, Nancy and Robert Englund and this that, and Freddie was coming after him in real life. I thought that movie was fantastic, man, and it was one of the most underrated Freddie ones there was.
I thought it was a really cool take on the whole
Yeah, I thought
thing,
so.
you know.
The only one out of that franchise. Well, I wasn't a big fan of part two, and I definitely was not a fan of the remake. But
Nah, man, Dream Warrior doesn't get enough play.
yeah, Dream Warriors should have been the part two, and skipped over that weird one with that weird kid in the bus and the school and everything. I mean, it was okay, but it just, it was kind of a
Now,
second
I'll
up.
tell you, I've been watching this documentary series. Well, it's not really a documentary; it's a show, but it's a series. Trying to remember the name of it now because I'm half stupid. But it's Robert Englund talks about different. It's like true horror with Robert Englund. It's
Yeah, that's the name of it, I think.
awesome.
Yeah, that was, and that didn't last, man. I can't understand why that didn't
One
last.
season.
Yeah, I waited for, and they didn't tell you because I watched that season as it was going on, and they didn't tell you there wasn't going to be a part two. They made it seem like there was going to be a season two. They were waiting and waiting and waiting, and all of a sudden, American Horror Stories just popped out with a thing like said, "Surprise, bitch!" Where thought we were gone. They're, I guess, putting a show out. But so many of these shows now, they get so confusing because they'll go away for like 2 years and then come back, and then it's like you're trying to keep up with it. You know what I mean? So,
Well, I just finished the one. I don't know if you remember this one. It was really cool, where this Undertaker was getting phone calls from the dead.
oh yeah, well, yeah, I think I did. That does sound familiar. Yeah.
It was back in the 1800s or something. It really creepy shit.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like. That's why I've been into that Waverly one, man. So I gotta finish that up today. Another fun fact too that I didn't even know this, man. I'm kind of ashamed of myself for not even knowing it, but in the first Nightmare on Elm Street, Robert Englund actually only had 7 minutes of airtime. If you added all his scenes together, it only amounted to 7 minutes. And I
I
had no,
knew it wasn't much.
yeah, 7 minutes. I was like, wow, you really thought he was in it a lot more than that. But I guess being it's just a 20-second clip here, and you know what I mean. I saw
Well,
that, kind of unbelievable.
that whole movie was it was more about what you didn't see,
Yeah,
and you know, I just I just remember a friend of mine, his favorite scene in the movie. He actually got a tattoo of it from here to here, and it's Heather Langenkamp on the phone with the tongue coming out.
yeah. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
Yep,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
actually got a realistic portrait of that on his arm.
Wow. I used to mess with my ex and my sister a lot because they're diehard Johnny Depp fans, and I used to always send them clips of like Johnny Depp getting sucked into the bed with all the blood and everything. You know what I mean? But
Too bad he didn't stay there.
well, I do like some of the stuff, but yeah, I used to mess with them though because they were just so diehard on him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, you know, now Johnny Depp looks like the cool aunt that gave you your first beer. You know,
Yeah. Put him together with like Steven Tyler and Benny Hill. I mean Axl Rose and all them guys. They look like the Golden Girls now.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke. God, yeah, he looks
I
like he
saw
must be an antique shop down the thing.
right. I saw that meme. It was Mickey Rourke sitting next to Axl Rose.
Yeah,
It said they looked like a lesbian couple from Vermont that owned an antique shop.
I saw that. Yeah, that was funnier than hell. But all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head off. I just want to pop in and say what's what, and hope everybody is having an awesome weekend. And stay tuned for the new. We're gonna have a little bit. I'm kind of figuring a lot of stuff out with the Scallywags show because it's going to be a different format a little bit. We're going to try and fit some stuff in. We're going to do a Debbie steak. We're going to do some other things going on with that. So try and make it really fitting for Scallywags, man. And it's going to be a fantastic show. So tell your friends.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, and by the way, I'm putting up, you guys will get the first take on this. I'm putting up the original Viking Ghost Bearded Scallywag shirt that came out with. I was able to get it converted. Is going to be extremely limited edition for anybody who wanted the throwback. And Scally Pumpkin goes away this weekend. So just throwing that out there to anybody. If you want it, come get it. But
Now, I did want to ask you: are there still Demented Show hoodies on the site?
There is still Demented Show hoodies for anybody. Okay. They're gonna go away, but they're still there for anybody who wants it before it gets changed over, collected or whatever. It's there.
That's what I was gonna say. If you want that, let me tell you, that's a nice ass hoodie with a cool design on the back, zip up. And if you want that you never know, maybe a collector's item.
Yeah, if anybody wanted to collect or whatever. Well, not only that. There's a very good, I mean, I'll drop this nugget on here too, but there's a very good chance that Demented Show is coming back in a different facet. And there's going to be the Scallywag Show and the Demented Show. The horror show, I'm not sure what I'm going to call. I'm not sure who's going to co-host, working on all that, but it's going to be all horror all the time, supernatural horror, documentaries, going to ghost places when we can. Even have a couple of places somewhere here in Jersey where I'm going to be bringing a few people over to, and we're going to go there around like middle of the night, and like, you know, there's going to be kind of cool little campy shit. So,
and
I just don't know if it's show yet or not.
We even talked. Sean and I talked. He wants to get down to Georgia here at some point, and we were talking about maybe doing. Staying at one of the haunted bed and breakfasts in Savannah just to see what's up.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to start hitting, man, and bring a camera and see what happens. What the hell?
Why not? Sean, always good to have you on, man. Thank you for coming in and
No
helping
problem.
me with this.
And for that last question there, it's getting changed over to the Scallywag show. It's just going to be more fitting. You know, we're still figuring out other shows, including this one. We're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and we're going from there. You know what I mean? Because, like we're dropping some, they don't work. We're doing other things, but eventually, there's going to be like, I definitely wanted a show that more pertains to Scallywags and more one for the more horror. I was trying to combine it all into one. The problem is with the Demented one, there was a lot of people not in our group, but like people that were coming onto the live from YouTube or whatever and assuming it was just horror. And then we're talking about a cap or a beard product for 40 minutes or
And then they get salty.
right. So
Well,
Scallywag show, and we'll do the other.
The new Scallywag show, we're going to try to have a little more music, get some artists on there. We've got a dominatrix coming on.
Yeah, it's gonna be some interesting stuff. Yeah,
We got some cool stuff lined up.
it's gonna be a true variety show, and the same thing with guests. We're gonna cut. It'll be a little more segmented. You know what I mean? So we can go from one to the next, and not run on. So, but all right, guys. Much love. Keep it Scallywag. Be Demented, man. See you guys in Scallywags. If you're not in Demented ones and love horror, man, hit us up over there, man. I need some more people in there that love some horror, man. Because it's kind of everybody's been quiet over there, so we need some people in there shaking it up, man. So come on in if you love horror, and much love to everybody, man. Keep crushing it.
Much love, bro. Thanks.
You got it.
Jay Summers, dude, I'm glad you're loving the breakfast show. We're doing our best to make this just kind of a hangout time. I like everybody being able to say whatever they want to say, and I don't mince words, and I like people being able to just speak their minds and talk about whatever cool shit we want to talk about. Before I go, let me tell you, three things. One, go to beardedscallywags.com and grab yourself some gear, a hoodie, a t-shirt, a mug. The fact is that when you support beardedscallywags.com, you are supporting shows like this. Number two, before they go away, they're going away this weekend. Hell Dorado and Necromancer from Bones, Beard, and Body, the collabs I did. These are absolutely fantastic scents, and they won't be coming back. So grab them while you can. And then the third thing I wanted to say was that I appreciate each one of you that always pops in here. I've got my regulars, and that's always good to see. Tell your friends, if they want a place to come chill out on a Saturday morning, tell them to come on. You guys matter. Everybody matters. Y'all kick ass, and I appreciate you. And don't forget, be kind. Doesn't take much. All right, guys. We will see you soon.